Hello folks and welcome back to Wonder of Watches, and today we're going to take a look at the Bell Ross BRV2-93 GMT. Dimensions are 41mm in diameter. We've got a thickness of 12.3mm. We've got a lug width here of 22mm, and the lug to lug is an eminently wearable 47.7mm. It has lugs which are brushed on top, high polished sides, a bi-directional bezel for the GMT function, and a see-through case black, which is displaying the Cal 303 movement, which is based on an ETA 2893-2. It ticks along at 28,800 beats per hour, and it's got a power reserve of 42 hours. The watch has got a screw down crown, and it's water resistant to 100 meters. It's got a GMT function, and it has a date function with a small round display. The date wheel is black with a white typeface, and this is where I start to get blown away with this watch. Now, a date is mandatory for a GMT, but this one, it hides away when you don't need it. It doesn't interrupt the flow of the dial, camouflaging itself unless you seek it out. And it's details like this that result in a drip feed of charm from this watch that I'm still experiencing. And let me give you another couple of examples. So when unboxing, I fell in love with the dual colour bezel. That's very useful, but on closer inspection, it has a kind of a stardust element to it, like the paint has been mixed with some glitter. Also the hands, firstly they are functional, minute and second hands extending all the way to the minute track. But in certain lights they hold the light and separate themselves from the rest of the dial. It really is beautiful. The watch is extremely functional, but its real beauty lies in the details. So I just thought I'd talk about some of those beautiful details that I refer to. And it really is, the tolerances are so tight on this watch. There's nothing left to chance. And the thought gone into it is just, it's mesmerising. Even the transition from the top of the lugs into the side of the case. Oftentimes you'd see a bevel to ease that transition. There is no bevel here, but it's so smooth. There is no sharp lines here at all, and it runs perfectly into it. Even the lugs themselves, they curve downwards, so you've got this flow here, but they also curve downwards from the top, creating this beautiful smooth transition to the side of the case, which is a high polished and perfect. The bezel insert, there's no superfluous metal between the bezel insert and the outer edge of the bezel. It's perfectly machined to fit that bezel insert perfectly. And it's fantastic. It's better for it. It makes it more legible. It makes that dial far bigger, more legible, more functional. So you've got a 41mm case, but because that bezel insert is so tightly attuned, it makes full use of the space, and you get full access to the face of the watch. Again, talking about the beauty in the case details and tolerances. Let's see if I can just get that to focus now. So between the the crown guards and the crown, again, there is no superfluous distance. It's so tightly attuned. It's perfect. It sits there perfectly between the crown guards, which can only make them even greater protectors than any other crown guards. And then going to the back of the case, again, it's all details. As I said in the unboxing, it doesn't look like it's a one-part case. It looks like it's a three-part case. but it's not. It's just, there's grooves machined into it, and then you've got that sapphire crystal, which gives a full view of the inner workings of the movement. It really is a stunning piece. And again, back to the details. When it comes to the lugs, they're truncated there, just to remove any sharp lines. So it sits perfectly on the wrist. It's a wonderful piece. I love this watch. At first sight, it's an ultra functional, useful, go anywhere, do anything GMT watch. But the more time you spend with it, the more awestruck you become by the attention to detail from Bell & Ross. That drip feed of charm from the different elements, the small surprises that it continues to deliver, it really is the gift that keeps on giving. Are there issues? Not really. Some niggles included the size of the pin heads for the screws. On the links, I couldn't find a screwdriver that was small enough. And also the space between the spring bar and the case is tight, and that restricts the choice of NATOs. You need a thin NATO to be able to squeeze in there. But they're not really flaws, they're just another reflection of the zero margin for error and the tight tolerances employed by Bell & Ross. Given the watch's functionality as a GMT watch, its feel-like aesthetic, its dive watch elements, the dressy bracelet, and high polished sides, this can easily serve as a one watch collection. One and done. It combines some of the best elements of the Omega Planet Ocean and a vintage Rolex GMT Master, but the watch easily stands on its own as a fabulous piece in its own right. Thank you so much to David from the Dublin Watch Group for lending me this piece. It has been a fantastic experience for me, and I hope you enjoy the videos. Thank you, Ben.